joined now by Terry Strada, who lost her husband on 9/11. She is the national chair of the Coalition of Families and Survivors called 9/11 Families United. She is a frequent guest of the show, and she always honors us with her presence when she's here. First of all, as always, Terry, how are you doing? How are you coping with the anniversary this year? And for the generation that has come of age since 9/11, tell us a bit about your husband, if you would.
Yeah, so of course today is just a very sad day. I was down at the memorial for a couple of hours, remembering all of our friends, paying my respect, and thinking about Tom. He just was a wonderful, very charismatic man, a wonderful father. He had a great career on Wall Street, but he loved the outdoors. He loved to fish. He loved to play golf, and he's just deeply missed by everyone that knew him and loved him.
Well, we will continue to say his name, and we will continue to remember him as long as I have this show.
Thank you.
You have been fighting for accountability and transparency when it comes to 9/11, and you come here a lot to talk about an issue that animates me as well, which is about the role of the Saudis when it comes to 9/11. 15 of the 19 hijackers, and of course Osama bin Laden, they were all Saudis. The 9/11 report noted that, quote, Saudi Arabia has long been considered the primary source of al-Qaeda funding, unquote. Joe Biden, as a presidential candidate, swore he would make Saudi Arabia a pariah nation for that and for other reasons. Yet, look at this photo from 2 days ago at the G20. President Biden smiling and shaking hands with Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who, according to U.S. intelligence, ordered the murder of Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi. And today, of all days, the White House on Twitter, or X, I guess it's called now, the White House touting the Saudis' commitment to spend $20 billion on Biden's Partnership for a Global Infrastructure. What was your reaction seeing those images?
Well, that photo was a slap in the face to all of the 9/11 families and survivors, to see our president smiling at MBS, who is the country that we are suing in the courtrooms in Lower Manhattan, for giving all of the money that was needed, everything that Al-Qaeda built up Al-Qaeda with Osama bin Laden, and for the 9/11 attacks. So the photo was extremely upsetting, and the two words that you said, Jake, accountability and transparency, was what I was hoping the president would say in that speech. And we didn't hear either of those. And he knows, because he released the documents, that the kingdom gave everything that was needed for the 9/11 attacks to happen, and that we are trying to hold them accountable in a courtroom. And he's over there smiling, shaking hands, releasing that type of a message today. He's tone deaf, and it was just really painful to hear him go on and on. Of course, I believe we should thank the military. I'm very thankful for everything they've done for us as well. But our president should be at one of the sites. He should stand with 9/11 families, and he should support us instead of giving cover to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, especially on the anniversary.
And we should note, Jamal Khashoggi was a real critic of the Saudi government and a real critic of their human rights violations and how brutal they were. And MBS in particular, according to U.S. intelligence that President Biden ordered released, he ordered the murder and the bone sawing of Jamal Khashoggi. So a lot of people, for a lot of reasons, dispirited at that image. In preparation, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, also, Jamal Khashoggi was a potential witness for the 9/11 families. He was speaking to our lawyers, and he was scheduled to speak to them again when he was killed.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's something a lot of people aren't aware of. So we're very concerned that that was a part of the reason, they killed him also, because he was a dissident and he was going to talk.
In preparation for today's ceremony at Ground Zero, the New York Fire Department added 43 more names to a memorial listing the firefighters who died on and after 9/11, because we know 343 brave firefighters died that day running into danger. But since then, an almost equal number, 341, have died of illnesses related to their work in the rescue and recovery efforts at the World Trade Center and all that toxic air. What does America owe the families of these survivors, especially since this list keeps growing?
A debt of gratitude, and that, we always fund the Victims' Compensation Fund that gives them the medical care that they need. We should continue to never forget them. And it's sad and horrible that people are continuing to die from 9/11, which is even more reason that the president should be standing with us. we have this new legislation that is pending in Congress right now, ensuring justice for the Victims of Terrorism Act. It's exactly what we're asking for, ensure justice. And we've written letters to him. We've asked to meet with him. He chooses to meet with Mohammed bin Salman over the families. But for those that continue to be sick and dying, we just owe them a debt of gratitude.
How's your family doing? The kids?
They're doing okay. We're everywhere right now, or all over the place, I should say. My oldest is in Las Vegas. Caitlin is in Charlotte with my new granddaughter, who's 7 months old, Blair. And Justin is at the University of Kentucky. He's also in the Kentucky National Guard. So I was down in Ground Zero today, and I didn't see my children, but I will tomorrow and the next couple of days I'll go visit. Because as you know, Justin was 4 days old, so he just had his birthday on Thursday.
Yeah. Well, they're what great monuments they are to your husband's memory. Wow, you must be so proud. Terry
Thank you,
Strada,
Aaron.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
And as always, may your husband's memory be a blessing.